Hi, I'm Joe Simonelli, and this is
Lori Sigrist
and
back.
here
We're
we're
back.
here with the
Uh,
Joe and Lori
yeah,
stocks theater
theater, top
everything
10 lists,
top 10 rants
reviews, top
everything
10 lists,
basically the everything podcast news.
everything podcast, and we're back together. Last week you had solo Joe, but I am
Right,
back in
the
Florida
muse is back. We are back from the Oklahoma where the
from
wind
the
keeps whipping down the
very,
plains.
very hot Oklahoma.
Hot.
Florida's hot. Tulsa is, I don't even know how to describe
As I
it.
mentioned to them in last week's podcast,
Unbearable.
muse unbearable.
Yeah.
Why we are in Florida where it's supposed to be hot, but what do we have in Florida that Tulsa doesn't have?
Well, Florida is a big old peninsula,
Right.
which means we have water on both sides,
Right.
which means we get a breeze either from the ocean or from the Gulf. So the leaves are always moving, there's always some air flowing through. That is not the case in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
So what you're saying,
It's hot and it just bakes, there's no breeze.
what you are saying is that in Oklahoma the wind does not whip down the plains.
It wasn't whipping when I was there,
Okay.
that's for sure.
So
it
there's
was
that.
Definitely
We put that myth to rest.
hot that I found uncomfortable, and I don't find the heat in Florida to be. I'm fine with the heat in Florida. Warmer the better. But there, also, I think the air quality is not great because there is no breeze to kind of move things along. They had a lot of rain. It's very lush and green, but very hot. It was 102 several days in a
Wow.
row, and we don't usually ever get that here. 95 we can have here in Florida, but 102 real temperature, not feels like, whatever that is. I never understood the feels like. I think it's just to make people feel worse when it's cold or when it's hot.
That's it.
Oh, it's 75, but it feels like 80. Just so that they do that. This was the real temperature was 102.
Mm-hmm. But why take our word for it? Let's ask Will what he thinks, Muse.
Yeah.
Will, what do you say about the weather in Oklahoma? 'Tis thus a desert. Well, that's Will.
Yeah, not
I'm in
really
a-
a desert, but it's hot.
I'm in a few
And
words.
Texas, I would imagine, is similar.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Coffee drink?
Similar. Yep. Coffee break. Yep.
Now,
So,
Muse, let's give
hi.
you let's-
Hello. Missed you for a week.
Yes.
Happy to be back.
And Muse is happy to be
home.
here. She loves doing this podcast with Joey.
Mm.
Now, Muse, let's give them the good news first. The good news
Yes.
is we're up to one more subscriber.
Oh, do
we were
we
at
have
55, now
more?
we're at 56.
Wow.
56 people are now making money in the stock market because I told them to short a month ago.
Yeah.
The other 8 billion are losing their shirts in the stock market right now. So let's start right off with the stock
Yes,
market, Muse.
please.
As I predicted, and nobody listened because everybody's smarter than Joey. I only caught 3 crashes since I was a broker from 86. So I only caught the 87 crash, the 2000 crash, the 2008 crash. One of the other crashes, the COVID crash. What do I know about when the market's crashing? Apparently nothing. But I'm sure I'm making money now. How do you like that SpaceX stock you all bought, folks? Huh? You choking on that yet? You puking it up? That's it. I told you to go short. You should have listened. That's all I'm saying. I'll let you know when I'm covering. That's all I got on the stock market. Okay, Muse. Let's
That's
move. Well, I don't want to get into specifics. They know I'm short. I am now making money. I haven't covered yet. I will cover a little bit and take a profit. And I will reshort it because I think that the highs are in. That's it. Now, from now on, any rally, they're going to be trying to unload their stock and they're going to be shorting the rallies till further notice.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enough said about that.
All right.
If you really
There was a
want to know,
baby rant in there.
a
too.
baby rant, but
Little
you
bit.
can buy my book, Stock Investing for the Novice, which you can get on my website, joesimonelli.com, featuring all my plays, too. So if you
Is
wanna,
it also on Amazon?
yeah, all the books are on Amazon, so you can buy it right on Amazon. But you go through my website, or just go to Amazon, Joe Simonelli, what do you call that book again? And you read it. Stock Investing for the Novice.
For the novice, yeah.
Because-
And if you're new to this, it is a good book to start with.
There you
Give you
go.
the basics.
Muse tested, Muse
Yes.
approved.
It's Muse approved.
That's all I got for the stock market, Muse. I did buy I have one long position, RIG rig. I paid $5.12. That's one I've been in and out of. Again, Jim Leventhal on the halftime report is buying it. Whenever those big guys give you a cheap stock, you listen because you can make more money on the low stocks. We've been over this. So I did buy. That's the only long I have. I bought a little bit of rig. I'll buy it more if it pulls back. Eventually, if we go down enough, I will probably establish more longs. But right now, we're short, baby. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Should we continue to rant or move right to the
Yes,
top
well, I
10?
mean, you're on a roll,
Well,
so keep going.
Muse, are you familiar with the song? Always, because we cover everything here, folks. I forgot to put down, and we're going to cover. Well, let's get to the theater portion right now, Muse.
Okay.
Then we'll go back to the rants.
Okay.
So, the theater portion was uh, a little night music, right?
Yes.
Which I am not
I
the biggest, as we all know, I'm not the biggest Sondheim fan,
I am, but he is not.
but I am not.
I do love a
And I'll
little
tell
night
you why.
music. I actually saw a revival of that musical on Broadway with Bernadette Peters in the lead role, and it was fabulous. And Elaine Stritch, I believe, played her mother. I can't remember. That was maybe 2002, 3.
Hmm.
I'm not sure. Um, it was quite some time ago, but it was a great production, and it's one of my favorite Sondheims. So, and your thoughts on this
Well, I
particular?
came across this production, and I wasn't familiar with the play. Well, I saw it once. The plot seemed familiar once, but we saw a Brit production, right? Muse.
Uh, what you saw was no, that was New York City Opera. You're getting it
Oh, I'm
confused
going
with
to
Kiss
Kiss
Me
Me
Kate.
Kate, which I come to after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
saw a New York City opera in New
Right.
York City
Right.
version. Anybody famous in that? I forgot already. I don't think so.
Well, yes, Sally Ann Howe played the lead actress. The
Oh,
actress.
and she's
Yeah.
the woman from
Chitty Chitty
Chitty
Bang
Bang Bang.
Bang.
So she
Yeah.
was in. That's what we know.
And wonderful singing voice.
Yeah,
The
good
rest of
singer.
them were obviously New York City
Opera.
opera performers,
And
all very talented, very gifted, nice production.
and I found this interesting because it's not often you see opera companies doing musical theater. I don't think. That's the first time I've seen an opera company do a regular musical theater production. How about you, Muse? You worked at the Lincoln Center.
Yeah, yeah. They did them. They
Oh, they
did them
did. They did do them.
occasionally. Yeah. They
Like in
like they
Oklahoma.
said they had done Sweeney Todd. They did that
That
one.
must be like a busman's holiday for an opera singer to actually have
I think
dialogue.
they
You
love
think?
it because
I
they
think so.
have lines,
They
you
get to do
know?
lines,
They get
folks.
to do lines.
So anyway, yeah, it was a very excellent production.
Hmm.
So I said, well, let me watch it because the Muse loves this Soundtime guy. Who is this Soundtime guy? Anyway, the Muse loves this Soundtime guy, and so I said, all right, let me watch. Yeah, and you know what? You know, it's an acquired taste. There are a lot of there's like 10 clever lines, but I want 40 clever lines. No, there's 10. I mean, I give the guy credit. He wrote the book and the music. And we'll come to another guy who wrote the book and music after this, but I don't even know if he wrote the book. But here's my other point. Well, listen. Oh boy, it's kind of pretentious. Is it not pretentious? The setting. The other thing is,
Supposed to be.
yeah, okay. So it's
They're
supposed to be
pretentious
pretentious,
people.
and it's based on an Ingmar Bergman
Yes,
movie.
yes, yes.
Okay, first thing,
So if you know the show,
yeah,
it's about an actress who reconnects with an old boyfriend who has married an 18-year-old who won't sleep with him. And they sort of reunite. She has a very funny mother, a very sharp daughter who
hmm
you learn later on who that daughter is. Um, and it's about, these two people reconnecting, and um,
hmm
there's a Greek chorus that's very good. I do agree with Joe in the New York City Opera version because they're such proficient opera singers, you do lose some of the lyrics a little bit because of their singing voices. So you did lose a little bit of
I
what
couldn't hear a
the
thing, so that was a
Greek
waste on
opera
me. I couldn't,
was
I couldn't hear,
singing.
it. I couldn't ascertain a thing they were
The
saying.
leads were fabulous. They were all very talented. Especially loved the woman who played Charlotte. She was one of the best. I think she stole the show. She was caustic. She was funny. She had a lovely singing voice. Sally Ann Howe was wonderful. Um, and there's some really wonderful songs in this show. Weekend in the Country, of course. Send in the Clowns is like the only hit Stephen Sondheim ever had.
Yeah, that's a
That
nice song.
became a popular
Right,
tune. That,
right.
of course, is very well known. But I prefer Weekend in the Country. I love The Miller's Son, which is sung by the maid in Act Two. Um, it's It's very clever. It's very sharply written, and I very much enjoyed it when I saw the revival, and I enjoyed this production from New York City Opera also.
Uh,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's just okay to me.
Okay. We're
But
never going to agree on
we're
Sondheim.
not going to
Just
agree
is
because
what
right
it is.
after Soundtime, guess what was coming on? Kiss Me Kate by Cole Porter,
A
which I
British
loved. A
version,
British
a
version,
great
which I loved.
performances, filmed version from when did we say 2003?
Something like that, yeah.
Really well done. We didn't finish
Thank you.
watching it. We'll
We
have to
will
watch Act
finish.
Two today, but we watched the first
Did
act
I
and
love it? Did I
we
know what
loved
was
it.
going on
Yeah.
from the beginning?
Yes.
Like I didn't have
And
to.
I love it too. It's a
And
great
Soundtime,
music.
you got to pay attention. And sometimes
Yes,
theater
you do.
goers are not in the mood to pay attention. We want to be entertained. You got Cole Porter, you got gangsters, you're entertained. You got guys and dolls, you're entertained.
Did I not express that with the theater going public? I mean, I was with Lemon Bay Playhouse for 5 years, amateur theater. Um, and our patron base, for the most part, wanted to laugh and be entertained. They didn't want to have to think too hard.
They don't want
That
Willy
does
Loman.
not mean that all theater goers
No, I
feel that
understand.
way.
I understand that.
Some people want the depth, but a lot of people don't. You
Mhm.
do have to do a little work with Sondheim. You have to think a little bit. Kiss Me Kate, it's all laid out there, but it's a wonderful show and the music is fabulous. And it's a great production. If you want to catch it on YouTube, it's great performances, really good.
Of course, everything turns into a rant to me, but
Yeah.
let's examine Sondheim a little, and not just him. Now, this story was based on a movie, right? Yes.
Right,
Hmm.
right.
What was Sweeney Todd based on? What was Sunday in the Park George based on?
I'm not that familiar with that particular
Well,
show.
Sunday in the Park with George is based on that famous artist George,
Right,
who
right.
used to
That
hang out in the
famous
park.
painting, yes.
And I
yes.
think Sweeney Todd wasn't that based on a real. What I'm getting at, Muse, is why can't anybody write an original book? Okay, what's The Sound of Music based on? Oh, the Von Trapp Singers. Even our buddy Cole Porter. What's Kiss Me Kate based on? Oh,
Taming of the Shrew.
Taming of the Shrew.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What's West Side Story based on?
Mm-hmm.
Romeo and Juliet.
Mm-hmm.
Who was involved with West Side Story? Our buddy Soundtime.
Yes. And
When-
you love West Side Story. You
And I
also
do, and
love
I
A
do.
Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. So
Well,
you can't say that you
I-
dislike Sondheim.
I like-
You love some of
I
his
like
things.
musical theater Soundtime, not solo Soundtime. I love Forum. I love West Side Story. But the point I was making
You
is,
love Gypsy, too.
and I love Gypsy. Did he learn anything from those guys? Give him
He
show
learned-
tunes.
I think he learned a lot.
Give him show
And I
tunes.
think he does give that to you. He
All
gives
right.
it to you in Little Night Music.
He does?
I think Weekend in the Country is an absolutely hilarious, well-written.
Fine, I'll look at it again. But the point I was making is, so what is an original musical? The book. How about The Music Man?
Mm-hmm.
The guy thought it out of his head. There's a con man. Let's do a story about a con man from the turn of the century, selling music. Now that's an original, and not to say, but at least it's an original book.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even West Side Story came out, but West Side Story is based on Romeo and Juliet.
Right.
I want to see Guys and Dolls. You think it's original? That's actually based on
Damon Runyon
Runyon
Yeah.
stories. Where are the original musicals? Now take Romance.com by Joe Simonelli. Thought up out of this
Knew
brain,
you'd get that.
the whole thing. You knew would get that. Right here. All my plays, right here. Based on nothing. An idea comes in, I write them. Okay, enough about that.
Okay.
What was the point I was making?
I don't
forgot.
know. We wanted to talk about Kiss Me Kate, which
Kiss
we
Me
did
Kate,
watch.
and and that was a very good cast, and we'll finish watching that.
We'll finish watching that today because
Like I
it's
said.
definitely a really well done. Wow, what a talented cast.
Oh yeah,
All British.
All
It
Brits.
was filmed in the West End, I believe.
Yep.
Great performances. Must have been on PBS. I don't know why I never saw it.
I wonder what goes on the East End in
I
London.
don't know.
I don't know.
West End is
Maybe
the
Sweeney
theater
Todd.
era. Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know.
But really well done. The leads were fabulous. Not anybody I actually recognize, but they're all British.
All
so,
good. All no stellar cast.
some of them look familiar, but I don't know. Might have seen them in
Okay.
something before. So,
And with that, yeah. So Kiss Me, that was a very good. But again, you can't go wrong with Cole Porter, who
no.
wrote both. Remember we were talking about Rodgers and Hammerstein and Rodgers and Hart
Right.
and all the songwriting teams. Well, give Soundtime credit. He writes the book and the music to those songs.
Mhm.
Cole Porter writes the book and the music. Irving Berlin, I believe, writes the book and the movie lyrics to all his songs.
Mhm.
Julie Stein, I believe. Well, I'm not sure. I don't want to say Julie Stein.
No, because Julie Stein collaborated with Sondheim on Gypsy. Was
He
it a
did,
Julie
right?
Stein?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he didn't, but at least those guys do.
Not easy to do. Sometimes I think, you get a good pairing
And again,
and they complement each other.
and kudos, Muse.
Yeah.
Kudos again to Meredith Wilson and the Music Man, because I believe he wrote the book too.
Hmm.
The book, music, and lyrics, and that is seldom done. The only other person I know who actually wrote the book, lyrics, and music to his show was Joe Simonelli's Romance.com.
You knew that was coming.
I
didn't
wrote
you?
all of it.
Yeah.
Me and Meredith Wilson.
Yeah.
If you know anybody else who does all three in the music,
Yeah, please
what
comment.
about the guy who did
Comment.
the last 5 years? But that's really all sung. Robert Thomas, whatever his name
Right,
was.
there's really no line of.
Yeah,
It's all,
but I'm talking about a real book musical.
Yeah.
Besides Meredith Wilson, if you know, post it in the comments. Who wrote
sure there are others.
the whole
We're
shebang?
just not thinking of them.
Yeah, I don't
Please
think
comment.
I don't think there's many, but we'd like to know, and we'll talk about it next week.
Okay.
Maybe we'll get another subscriber. Now, those are the theater rants. Let's get to our regular rants now, Muse. Unless we want to talk about the Yankees, better we don't.
No.
I don't even know what they're doing.
I
Forget
don't know. I've been
You
in
take
Tulsa.
Judge out, and they're done. Okay.
It's not been good. I
Now,
know
Muse,
that.
do you know the popular song, Always Something There to Remind Me? There is always something there to... A nice top. Did they feel that they couldn't afford a studio drummer on that song? Because it's all electric drums when you listen to it. They recorded a freaking top 40 song with electric drums.
I think they were going for a certain sound.
Couldn't the record company afford a session drummer? No, because they get stuff. The dopey sing. It starts to get annoying after a while. Dopey roll, electric roll that I had when I was playing solo in 1975. I had the dopey electric drum machine. Would I put that on a song and bring it to a record company? No, I wouldn't. Jesse's Girl. I wanna do Jesse's Girl. Da-na-na. Good song, Rick Springfield.
Yeah.
How would he like it if I went after his girl? Then how'd he like? He's after Jesse's girl.
Well,
it's like if Jesse hit on his girlfriend.
He wished he had Jesse's girl.
Oh.
He wasn't really doing anything about it.
Except wishing?
Except wishing.
Are you sure he wasn't hitting on her?
I don't think so.
I know how
because
men think, Muse.
Well, I guess you do.
Okay.
I did see Rick Springfield in concert.
I like him. With who?
With a friend of mine.
No, I mean, who was his opening act?
Jeez, I don't
I
remember.
thought you told me yesterday.
No.
Didn't you tell me yesterday?
No, I was telling you about
John Denver.
John Denver, not
Who
Rick
opened for
Springfield.
John Denver, Muse?
Starlight Express?
Starlight Vocal
Band? Yes.
Skyrockets in Flight,
Yeah, had
Afternoon
one hit
Delight.
Song. But they were good. They sang good a cappella. That
Well,
was
there you go.
way back in the 70s that I saw that one. But I saw Rick Springfield, and I have to say, he's very compelling on stage. This was probably 20-something years ago that I saw him. He's in his 70s now, I think.
he's
He
still
must have
going
been in
strong.
his 50s
He's an Aussie,
when I saw him.
He's an Aussie.
But he's a good guitarist, and
He's a good
put on a
guitarist,
good put on a good concert. It was
Now-
enjoyable.
Muse, my other pet peeve or rant is, and this is something my mother used to do, cleaning the house before the maid gets there to clean. Now, what is
Okay.
the sense of that, Muse?
I don't know.
Why do people, Ma, what are you doing? Cleaning the house, the maid is coming. But isn't that her job? Never mind. You siblings who never watch this know what I'm talking about. Anyway, and that was probably the only time she cleaned, when the maid was coming. I should say, Ma, let's get the maid every day.
Had no maid.
No
Have
maid. I know. I was a
understanding of
I was
what
a
that's
child
like.
of privilege, I know.
Yes, you were.
Now I'm broke.
Yeah. As
and
we all are.
my favorite subject to rant about the Kardashians, but why beat a dead horse? About talentless people who only got rich and famous as their dopey father was in some dopey trial for some dopey ex-athlete, and you all make them rich. Those talented, I'm not going to say what they are, you make them rich. Stop watching the Kardashians.
I don't think anybody's watching them
Then
anymore.
how are they rich?
Well, they got rich when people were watching them. I think people have moved on.
Are they still rich?
I don't know. Nor do I care.
I don't want them being rich.
Okay.
It's a zero-sum game with me.
Boy, a lot of rants today.
Yeah, that's it for the rants.
Holding
Now,
it in
Muse,
for a couple
should we go to the top 10 today?
Yes.
Let's
Who
go to
is our artist today? You didn't say last week because I wasn't here, so we hadn't really decided until later. So, who is our artist this week?
Today, our artist is Billy Joel.
Right.
We're moving right into the 70s now, Muse.
Yes.
We're out of the 60s completely now.
So, as usual, Joe does not rank his.
I do not.
I do rank mine. So, would you like to go first, or would you like me to go
Well,
first?
I do have 10 songs. I don't have to copy any of yours, although I'm sure I'll hear a few of yours.
I'm sure we have a lot of the same.
Okay. You, ladies first. Go ahead.
Okay, so mine is going to be 10-1, with number 1 being my most favorite Billy Joel song.
Okay.
And I do like Billy Joel. I think he's a decent performer. I think he had some great songs. So number 10 is Allentown. Number 9 is Uptown Girl. Number 8 is Vienna. Number 7, Only the Good Die Young. Number 6 is Big Shot. Number 5, Just the Way You Are. 4, Moving Out. 3, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Number 2 is Piano Man. And my number 1 is because of all of his songs, I love this song the most. And I love his version of it. A lot of people have covered it. New York State of Mind
Ooh,
is my
yes,
number 1.
That is one. Now I'll give you mine in no particular order, Muse.
Right.
We have many of the same, but some not so same. I do have the Piano Man.
Mm-hmm.
We all do. I have the Scenes of an Italian Restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Uptown Girl.
Mm-hmm.
I have She's Always a Woman.
Okay.
I have Only the Good Die Young. Little. I have The Longest Time.
I
that
forgot
song.
about
Yep.
that one, and I do like that one very much.
I've got the New York State of Mind.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Allentown.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Just the Way You Are.
Mm-hmm.
And I threw in a little esoteric one that I like. The Legend of Billy the Kid, Muse. Have you heard that one?
I love that one. Yeah.
So I threw that in as a wild card. So those are
yeah.
mine. Yeah,
Captain
moving
Jack
out's
is
okay.
also a good
Captain
one.
Jack, I
I
love.
love Captain Jack. But
Never
I
mind,
can
I'm
only
putting-
pick 10, so...
Well, I want Captain Jack. I think I like Captain Jack better than the Legend. I like them both.
Yeah. And You're My Home is also a beautiful
listen,
song.
you could do a top 20
yeah,
of his.
you
I mean,
could
he's just
easily.
the guy's
but
talented.
we limited ourselves to 10.
What should we do for next week, Muse? You
I
pick.
don't know.
Are we up to Bruce
I don't
Springsteen
know.
yet? I know you don't
could
like him.
do Bruce. I don't dislike Bruce.
Okay,
I like
next.
Bruce's earlier stuff as
So do
opposed
I.
to his later
Of
stuff.
course. I don't like
So-
anything after Born to Run.
But we could do Bruce next week.
10 or 5?
Sure.
10. 10.
I think we can get 10 for Bruce.
10, Bruce. Yeah. We are firmly ensconced in the 70s now, folks.
Yeah, we kind of are.
We might get to the 80s.
Maybe.
But
Who
I
knows?
stopped listening to music
Yeah.
after the 70s.
Right.
Okay, Muse, what's next?
Well, I think it's time for How Old Are They?
Oh.
It is no longer Buried or Breathing. It's
Nope.
no longer If They're Still With Us. Please remember this. It is How Old Are They? They're all alive, but you have to guess their age within 3 years.
I shall do it. And if I do, I get to ring the bell.
You get to ring the bell.
And I'm wearing a Marty A shirt today.
Yes.
It's another Marty A
Marty A.
shirt. Go ahead.
Yes, and I picked that because we have some similar colors so
Yes,
that we
yeah.
coordinate a little bit.
Coordinated. Color coordinated.
Okay, I
Now,
have 3 for you.
And I have to
all
get them
alive.
within 3 years or
Within
5
3
years?
years. Okay.
Okay.
Linda Carter.
The chick from the
Wonder
superhero
Woman.
girl?
Wonder Woman.
See, now I got to extrapolate because who is she married to? When was that
I don't
on
know.
in the 70s?
Was she ever married even?
I
even
don't know. I don't know. Damn, Linda Carter. How old am I? She's got to be 10 years older than me, Muse. I think. 78.
75.
That's 3 years.
Yeah. Good job. Next one on the list, and I was a little surprised by his age. It's a he. Chris Sarandon.
Yeah, Chris is older.
Yeah.
Chris is older.
I was like, really?
Yeah. And he's married to Susan Sarandon.
Ages ago.
Yeah, and she's a little. Is she our age or?
She's a little older than us,
Yeah.
I think.
So he's pushing 80 probably. So I'm going to say 79.
84.
Oh!
Oh, so close.
I shot too low.
But I was
Half a bell?
surprised.
Half a bell?
Half a bell. I was surprised he was 84. I was really
Wow,
kind of
yeah.
surprised.
Well, you kind of gave me the hint.
Okay, and the last one, Danny Glover.
He's been around forever.
Yeah.
Let's ask Shakespeare what his age is. Will, what's Danny Glover's age? 'Tis been around forever. I do say he is 82 years old.
Is that your answer, Joey?
No, that's Shakespeare's answer.
What's your answer?
82.
Okay, 80. You're within. Oh, good
Will,
job. 2
Will,
out of 3.
Take a bow.
2 out of
There
3
you
this
go.
week.
We'll take a bow. Okay. What else, Muse?
I think
that
that's
it? We're wrapping it up?
probably it. We don't want to talk about the Yankees.
No. Short the stock market.
Short the stock market.
Or don't.
If you like us, please subscribe. Tell your friends.
Like and subscribe. If you like the
and
shirt.
subscribe.
If you like the shirts,
If
like
you
and
have a
subscribe.
comment, if you want to suggest a band, if you want to suggest other composers that
Theater.
theater
Any theater shows,
comments,
we'll be happy to review any
any
theater show.
throw out a show. We'll review it if we
Oh,
find one on YouTube, and we probably will.
wait a minute, Muse. As I said in the last one, I'm done doing the first time. Remember the first time listening to I
Yes,
instigated?
yes.
Well, no more rap songs.
Okay.
I will listen to any musical theater songs after 1975.
Okay.
Let's make it 1980.
Okay.
Was I still listening to musicals? Yeah, I pretty much know the ones through the 80s, through the
Right.
70s, right?
Right. I think so.
When was
Yeah.
Grease? In the 70s.
Yeah, it was.
Any musical theater number you think I'd like, I will listen to it.
Yeah. Please share.
I'll critique
We'll
it.
listen.
From 1980 till now, please no Wicked. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Wicked.
So thank you. If you stuck with us this far, how long are we today?
25, but
Oh,
we've got a
wow.
lot to keep. We haven't been on for a
We
while,
haven't been
Muse.
on for a while. We will be here next week.
That's right. Same bat
So
time.
we will.
Same bat time. And we'll be doing the Bruce Springsteen top 10.
We'll be doing Bruce Springsteen top 10, but feel free to suggest a band for upcoming podcasts. And remember, if we get to 100 subscribers and you want us to stop, we'll think about it.
56.
So, like and
We're at
subscribe.
56.
We're at 56. We're halfway there, a little bit more.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Have a great
Bye.
week.
Signing off.